Hello, lads. I'm your resident cinephile, of course, and I'm not usually someone here to rag on movies or discourage you from watching movies, even though I know the movie business is a dirty business. I am supportive of the art form that is cinema. But today I'm going to make an exception to that rule. It's really interesting contextually how these kinds of things are falling out. We're seeing more and more the scam. Well, some of us always knew the scam that was the Baj, the injection that they threatened us with our livelihoods a couple years ago if we didn't get it. Remember that? I call it the Baj here. Just say it backwards, Baj, B-A-J, and then, you got it there. That's how you decode it. It's not anything that clever. Well, right now, interesting things happening. I covered, of course, I covered Aaron Rodgers, a hero of mine now, in the NFL. Of course, he went down in the very first game of the year, what I thought was suspicious, given that he was a very outspokenly against, not even against the Baj itself, but against the mandate. He believed that people should have a choice one way or the other, and he felt that those who were not choosing to get it were being discriminated against, and he was right, or they were being guilt tripped, or they were being very leaned on in various ways that he felt should be called out. And so he used his platform as one of the most popular and most famous NFL players to make those concerns known. Recently, you've got this player for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure what his position is. His last name is Kelsey. I can't remember his first name right now. I do know that he's Taylor Swift's new beau. So there's all these shots of her showing up at Kansas City Chiefs games, in a box with Kelsey's family, which is fine, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But then, of course, it came out soon after that Kelsey was in a really chummy position with an organization, maybe you know them, called Pfizer. And he put out an ad, a pro-Pfizer ad, a pro-Baj ad for Pfizer. So after that, Aaron Rodgers, in summarizing the game, what happened in the game when the Jets played the Chiefs, he said, we pretty much shut down Mr. Pfizer there. So called out Kelsey, calling him Mr. Pfizer. Yes. Again, love this guy more and more all the time, and I hope he comes back. If he comes back into the league, as he's talking about doing, if he recovers from his injury sooner than everybody initially anticipated, and that will be a grand moment. We'll see what happens. But anyway, all of that is just that stuff is going on, on the periphery here. And I just found out about the new Saw movie, Saw X. I guess it's called Saw. I guess it's X because maybe it's the 10th movie. I'm not really a big fan of the franchise. I know there are people out there who like it. I have friends who like it, who think it's well made and stuff. To me, it's just kind of, well, I mean, torture porn is the term that has been used to describe it. I don't think it has all that much to offer. But to each his own. I'm not going to quibble on that point. If you like horror movies, if you like gruesome horror movies, if you like exploitative, gory horror movies, where the hero is somebody who tortures people, then who tortures people in unimaginably diabolical ways, then whatever, you go for it. Here's what I think is important to note about the latest Saw movie in the context of everything else that's going on right now. In this new movie, the main character, the anti-hero slash villain, the one who through all of these movies was the mastermind behind torturing and killing a bunch of people in very, very inventive ways. But ostensibly, the idea was he was getting them to see the value in their lives, or something like that. That was how it was justified. Seems a little weak, a little iffy to me. Anyhow, in the latest movie, we have apparently this character is diagnosed with inoperable brain cancer, and it's strange because I thought that he'd been diagnosed before. I've seen a couple of the movies. I haven't seen others. Like I said, I don't follow the franchise that closely. I guess I have tuned in here and there. But I thought that he was already sick, or that he was already dying, and that was part of the whole thing that put him on this, that made him decide to make people appreciate their lives more, by putting them in harrowing torture situations, because he thought they didn't appreciate life in the way that he now did when he saw that his life was ebbing away. But in any case, maybe he had it before, maybe it was in remission, maybe now it's come back, I don't know. But the point is, in this movie, they diagnose him as having inoperable brain cancer. There's nothing anybody can do, so he's just going to have to die. He's got a few months left. But there's this group out there, this ragtag fugitive group that has supposedly this official, or this cure, that's a combination of surgery and medication, that Big Pharma has shut them down. Big Medicine has shut them down, so they can't treat patients anymore because they pose too much of a danger to the medical establishment. So our anti-hero, our Saw guy, seeks these people out and goes to their hidden place, because they have to keep it undercover, because again, that first, the line is they're being driven underground by Big Pharma. Big Pharma's going after them because they don't like the fact that they have these cures, and they don't want people to be able to be treated, and so forth. But the twist is, and I'm giving it away, again, this is spoilers here, because I don't think you should see this movie, but if you want to see it and you don't want spoilers, then turn this video off. But what happens, as I understand it, is that it turns out that these people are scam artists. That Big Pharma was right. Can you believe it? Can you believe a Hollywood movie would tell us that Big Pharma was right, and that we should trust Big Pharma, and that we should trust the medical establishment? Can you believe that a major power center like Hollywood would put out a movie that depicts a group that's a fugitive group that's going against Big Pharma's dictates, that would portray them in a negative light as scam artists? Can you believe that? I mean, it's sure hard for me to believe, but that's apparently the case with this new movie, with this new Saw X. So our hero gets treated and thinks that he's cured, but then he finds out he's not really cured, and he finds out that these people who treated him are scamming, have scammed him and countless others, and taken their money, and they're quacks. So he finds all of these dastardly anti-Big Pharma renegade doctors and surgeons and tortures them. And that's the that's the way the movie ends. That's the satisfying victory to the movie. So this is like a, if you're like a rabid big pharma, if you're Mr. Pfizer like Kelsey in the NFL, then you'll probably love this movie, because this movie really goes out on a limb and really becomes, dares to be controversial, and it takes the line that the establishment, the moneyed establishment, has taken for years and years and years now, right? This movie, if you can believe it or not, is totally in line, is totally in lockstep with Fauci and company in saying Big Pharma is good, big medicine is good. Trust what the medical establishment tells you. Don't trust these quacks. So there you go. So don't see Saw X. That's my recommendation. Don't give them your money. Don't give pro Big Pharma propaganda your money. That's my advice. You do what you want, but that's what I would do if I were you. And that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments below.